Is it working? Hello? Can you guys hear me? So hopefully everyone can hear me. It's a new system I'm using. And let me know, type in the message here if you can't hear me. Because I can't really tell if you guys can hear me or not. Okay, so I have a very interesting topic to discuss today. I'm sure as you guys have heard or saw my preview earlier when I notated that I'll be talking about if you're prepared for the hold on a sec, looks like there's some kind of issue going on. Okay, hopefully you won't see any kind of issues with my new system, and you'll be able to see my video okay, and you can hear me okay, because YouTube is telling me there's some kind of glitch, but hopefully it's all okay. So like I was saying, we will be discussing something very interesting. It is, first of all, I want to say hello to all my friends. I am thankful for all that it's a very hot day, very hot, very warm here in California. I'm not sure where you guys are right now, but it's really warm summer day. Hello. So let me know how it is where you are, if it's warm, if it's hot, if it's cold. Because here it's really, really warm. Let's see here. I'm just making sure. I guess it's telling me that there's some kind of glitch in the system. Want to make sure everything is okay. 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 So, like I was saying, here it's very warm. And I was going to show you how warm it is. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's pretty interesting when you guys take a look at all over the countries where the most hottest is. And I had something interesting to show you. Cancel this one. Okay, there we go. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. So, if you can take a look here, I want to show you my browser. Okay, see how it is the world temperature? Hopefully you can see this. This is in Sacramento, where I am right now, it's 105. In New York, it's 77. In London, it's 66. That's pretty warm. Ours is pretty warm compared to London, that's for sure. Well, let's see here. Okay, so I am thankful for a hot day. I'm also thankful that I have 200 subscribers. It's amazing for me. I can do a lot of things with your guys' help. By myself, I can't do anything. With your help, with your input, it's the best thing ever. I can make more videos, I can promote myself and show more people what I want to tell them. So I'm trying to make my channel to be more of an improvement channel, to improve your life and to improve your lifestyle and make it better for everyone. Okay, so I also want to tell you YouTube is a very big community, and it is always rewarding to see people, to see new people, make new friends from all over the world. Because a lot of people, I have a lot of subscribers who are from different countries. I have people from Canada, have people from Holland, from Vietnam, all kinds of people from all over. And I'm really happy you joined my channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. Okay, so my topic today is, are you prepared for the end of the world? We will discuss a few key points today. The end of the world, when it will happen, and how it will happen, and to whom it may happen. Because I guess it says that a lot of people are not really sure when it will happen to them. Some people are more into, some people don't believe in the end of the world, while others are very for it and are making predictions about it every so often. Okay, so we will discuss the afterlife and death, which nobody likes to talk about. But really, if the world is ending, do you know what will happen? You can't really prepare for that. You'll be dead. And if you're dead, you can't do anything about that. You'll just have to be not afraid. And if you are prepared and ready, then you're good to go. We will be talking about there's always a balance about being good and evil. There's always a balance between sad and happy. And like we discussed in previous video that I had about being prepared, we will discuss about being prepared physically, being prepared mentally, and spiritually. For no matter what happens, as long as you're prepared, that's the key. That's your number one key to survive. So, what is expected to happen? There's a few predictions that we'll be talking about, that people always are talking about. So it will be good to see what's going on, okay? Okay, so I'm just making sure here once again that we're all getting enough footage from my video. But for some reason it's telling me that you guys are not getting enough. Let's see. Okay, so hopefully that's gonna be okay. Okay. Okay, so first of all, what is 2020 so special? Why is it so special? It is the same as 1818, as 1919. It's the same 2020. It makes it special because the first two digits are the same and they match exactly the second last digits. So what already happened in 2020? A lot of things have happened. Like some of the things are, they were trying to impeach President Trump. He got acquitted. The coronavirus started, epidemic spread like wildfire, and stopping all the news about everything else. And we know about the Black Lives Matter, all the police matters that happened, all the demonstrations that happened. A lot of riots were involved, lootings, and a lot of civil unrest. And in many cities, it's still actually going on, and it's already August. A lot of civil unrest, a lot of civil problems. People are still pretty upset. So I guess what will happen in 2020, the rest of the year? We know, everybody knows that election is coming here in America. What will the outcome be? And how will everything be done during the coronavirus? How will people be able to vote? That's a big question. They're trying to figure this out, and only a few months is left. Also, the money issue. A lot of banks are having issues right now. There's a lot of news about it, and a lot of people are talking about possible stock crash, about inflation, deflation. The dollar may lose its power, and the China will have. I guess it will. The Chinese money will increase in power. So a huge deficit. We know that America has a huge deficit right now. So even with the stimulus check coming out, it will possibly not save the economy. And I have a video about that too, in case you want to watch it. So possible invasion, possible civil war, recession, and depression. Oh, don't forget about the second wave of coronavirus. We're still trying to fight the first wave, and they're stating that the second wave that can start in September may be even worse than the first wave. Also, they're stating that if this happens with the money and the corona and everything that's happening, they said there may be a shortage of food shortage. So that would be another thing that can happen. But so I was trying to find out, how do world predictions that the world will end, how do they happen? What starts them? Because if you Google about it, there's so many different people talk about it, and there's so many varieties. People talk about different dates. They talk about different issues, what could happen. So predictions of apocalyptic events that would result in extinction of humanity, or a collapse of civilization, or the destruction of planet Earth, have been made since at least the beginning of our common era. Apparently, people just love making predictions. And so the beginning of time, there were people who always made predictions, even starting as old as the Bible. So people, of course, say it's biblical reference, like they say possibly the rapture will happen, the Great Tribulation will happen, the Last Judgment will happen. Well, at least they base themselves on the Bible. A lot of people don't base themselves on the Bible, and they just make predictions based on random facts or random things they read about, and make assumptions that those things will come true. So based on those facts, everything will happen around 6,000 in biblical time frame, because right now it's around 5880, I guess, in the biblical calendar. So we only have a few more hundreds of years left, which nobody really knows. 22% of people, they believe that the world will end in their lifetime. My grandpa believed that. My mom thinks that. So basically, a lot of people believe that in their own world, when they live, in their lifetime, the world will come to an end. Do I believe that? No. I hope I don't. Did you know drinking hot tea can help you stay cooler? That's an interesting fact I read. So if you're really warm, instead of drinking cold tea, cold water, or cold soda, drink hot tea and it helps you cool down faster. "41% of people believe that Jesus will come by the year 2050. Well, 2050. And for some reason, every year, every world-ending prediction, people make new ones. So if it doesn't come true, every year they make a new one. Well, this will happen next year. Oops, did not come true. Let's make something different now. So I guess it is not possible to know for sure when the world will end, or how it will end, or to whom it will end. But if you believe the Bible, some things will happen or have to happen before the end of the world happens. They do say, like based on Luke 21:11, there will be great earthquakes, famines, pestilence in various places, and fearful events of great signs from heaven. And also, a lot of people believe that the ancient temple in Jerusalem will supposed to be rebuilt before anything happens. Israel is God's prophetic clock, and they watch the clock to figure out what will happen and when the end will come. So for truly, no one really knows the day or the hour when the world will end. But just by watching the signs, that's what's important, is to help you be prepared. That no matter what happens, you will be, if it happens today or if it happens in 100 years, as long as you're prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually, you'll be okay. For instance, like I was going to say, that if you believe that the world will end, and you believe that, how will it end? Nobody knows, right? But the world can end to different people at different times, because no one really knows when they will die. And when you die, do you believe in afterlife? Do you believe that when you die, you're just not disappear, but you will go to God and you will show him how you lived your life? So if you know Jesus and you know God, you'll be in a good place. If you don't, that's a different story. If you're interested in like more about afterlife and how to go to heaven and how to know Jesus, I can make a new post about it, a new video about it, and that will specifically tell you how to come to Jesus. There's a lot of information online, and basically, if you want to learn, and if you want to be prepared to go to, if the end of life will happen today, you will be in a good position. You will feel safe. No matter what, no matter what happens to me today, I feel confident that I will go to heaven, I will go to God. And that makes me very happy. It doesn't make me scared. It gives me peace. So basically, since no one really knows when the end of the world will come or how it will happen, it can a major life effect can happen. Like we talked earlier, a lot of things can cause us to, for instance, if a civil unrest will happen, that can trigger a lot of city problems. And if you live in that city, it may cause a lot of issues in your neighborhood and will cause either some people can lose their lives. But on a world scale, major effects are like a lot of people are talking about earthquakes and tsunamis, and an asteroid will hit them, and a lot of things that could possibly happen, and the world will end. The only thing I know is for sure that Jesus will come and the earth will still be here. It will not disappear anywhere, and you won't die. So no matter what happens, we just have to stay and love God, read our Bible, because the Bible will tell us there's a lot of answers to our questions in the Bible. And that's what makes me happy. And I guess I don't feel like even if whatever happens in this world, even if this world does end, which I don't believe, but some people predict, I still know that no matter what happens, I'm in a good position. So I guess my topic is about to make sure you're in a good position. Make sure you feel the confidence, and you feel happy and amazed that you will do a great job. And no matter what happens, no matter what happens in this world, you're set. You're set. If you die or you live, you're in a good position. I did discuss in a different video about being prepared physically. That was basically having everything on hand in case something does happen. If some kind of unrest happens, and we will have shortage of foods and shortage of gasoline or water, electricity, it's good to be prepared physically. Make sure you have everything on hand so you won't be running around and looking for things. You probably all remember just in March when there was some kind of glitch in the system, and people ran to the stores to buy bathroom paper. All the shelves were empty, all the water, all the things were empty. So that was like a shock to many people. How can we, living in America, well, actually it happened all over the world. How can we live in such a society? How can our shelves be empty? So it can happen anytime. Something little like this happens and people freak out. They start looking for things, they start hoarding things, and we are short on our shelves in the stores. I'm really happy for everyone who joined me. Hello, Gochi Poems, thanks for joining me. So if you have anything to say, if you want to tell me what do you feel that when the end of the world will happen, how do you prepare yourself? Write it down in the comments, let me know. It's interesting to note how people react and how people prepare themselves. Most people just want to ignore the subject. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to have a good life. They just want to have fun. They just want to eat well, sleep well, go to work, and then forget about everything else. So as long as you, I guess what we need to do is we have to be listening to our inner selves, and how do we feel? Do we feel like we need to get ourselves in order, our lives in order? Do we feel like we need to do something specific? So listening to your gut feeling, that's what you should do. A lot of people don't listen to that. A lot of times I heard stories that people were saved, their lives were saved when they listened to their inner voice and they acted on that. A lot of people save someone else's life when they listen to that inner voice. So be aware of that and listen to that and stay safe. Let's see here. So we did cover that. I'm sure here we cover all of it. So nobody knows when it will happen, but in the Bible it says that the end is near. When you see all those signs, be prepared. And how it will happen, no one really knows. I don't believe in the end of the world. I believe that things will happen here and there that will upset our system. And that's why I feel people should be prepared for the fall and be prepared for everything that may happen this fall. And but for the actual world to end, I do not believe in that. I believe that we still have a lot of years in this earth, and if we take care of our earth and believe in God and try to live a good life, we will be fine. I know a lot of people believe in that in a few years our earth will be burned up, or they believe that it will be ice age, or they believe some other things like it will be flooded. But it is just conspiracy theories that people talk about, which are not based on anything. It's just based on different things that they hear and different things that they believe. So, is there an afterlife? If the world can end to every one of us today and we can't die, is there an afterlife? Do you believe in afterlife? I do. I believe that people, when they die, they do go to heaven or hell. And I believe that whatever you do now can help you to decide where you'll be and where you're going. Like I said, earlier I talked about it, that reading the Bible, it will show you what to do and how to act. There's always a balance between good and evil. No matter what happens in this life right now, there's always a balance. I know a lot of people are pointing out a lot of negative things that happen right now, but try not to focus on the negative aspects of life. Try to find the positives. Because I know even now with our the coronavirus and the COVID, and people are sick and a lot of negative things are going on. So I still believe in the positives of life. I know we will survive. I know we will all get stronger from this. And no matter what happens, no matter what, we will be amazed how things are going. A lot of people are sad these days. Don't be sad. Be happy. No matter what happens in life, be happy. So we already discussed being prepared physically, being prepared mentally is another subject I talked about. Mental stability is knowing that no matter what happens, you will survive. Even if everything burns down around you, you will be fine. Even if everybody gets sick and die, you will be fine. Even if you get sick, you will be fine. Even if I die, I will still be fine. Because I believe in God and I believe in His power. I believe that He will take me to His house and I'll be fine. So in my live stream, like, I believe that nothing happens for a reason. I mean, nothing happens for no reason at all. There's always a reason. There's always why something happens to you. So as long as we're prepared mentally, emotionally, you have to be set that No matter what, we will be okay. And that's how you can live your life. And even if you lost your job, if your car broke down, if your house you got bankrupt or you have to move to a different house, you just need to know that you will survive, you'll be okay. So, and like we talked earlier, being prepared spiritually is good to very wise as well. So, of course, we heard about what will happen this year and what will not happen. We're not sure. As of like I was saying, people have no clue what will happen. There's a lot of talk about what could happen, but nobody really knows for sure. So, being kind of prepared, but being aware that sometimes nothing will happen, as long as you're prepared, as long as you're feeling that you are set to go, you'll be good. And that's, as a Christian, that's a good way to prepare yourself. As a Christian, for myself, I always feel that when you're not sure what to do, and I like to write things down in my diary. I would write down like my problems. I would like put my problems down, and then I would figure out like what should I do? How should I handle different situations? And by writing them down and I pray about it, God will actually give me specific answers. He will tell me what to do, how to act. He will tell me, He'll put a peace in my heart. I will know no matter what happens, even with my problems that I have, I will still be okay because God is in control of my problems. He is holding my problems in His hands. He's actually holding me in His hand. He's holding my whole family in His hands. So that's what gives me happiness and gives me joy, knowing that God has me and Him has my whole family in His hand. So that's very encouraging to me. Hopefully it will help you too. And just knowing that God loves us so much that He puts on our heart to prepare our life, to get everything in order. And whatever happens later this year will be fine, and will be good. I'm hoping nothing will happen. I'm hoping everything will be even better than it was last year. I'm hoping that this year will be fine with election, with all the money issues, the inflation. And I'm just hoping, like I have a very positive outlook that everything will work out for the best and we'll be fine. But in case something does happen, in case God will let something happen in our life, we will be in a good position by being prepared. And I guess we should pray and kind of know what He wants us to do. As long as we pray and feel confident, if He tells you move to a different location, you should move. So blessing to everybody who watched, who was here, who was helping me out in I was trying to set this system up. Hopefully it worked fine, but it's blessing to everybody who watched. Thank you so much, and God loves you. Take care.